Yo, yo, yo. It's the wrestling show, and you're watching the Outliers Clubhouse right here on YouTube. I'm Matt Jones, along with the lovely Kate Jones, and today we got a vast array of wrestling topics to talk about. And first of all, I'd like to just shout out Teesprings for this awesome shirt, The Wrestling Show. Down underneath this video, you can actually click on one of those links and buy yourself your very own Wrestling Show t-shirt to join the Outliers Clubhouse. Pretty cool, right?
Very cool.
Where's your shirt at?
Don't know.
I'm wearing it, actually. I'm wearing your shirt. I'm wearing your shirt. I already knew the answer.
I'm not sure if I've ever had a shirt.
Yeah, this would fit you better than me, I guess.
I have that YouTube wrestling show shirt, which is way too small for me now. So
True. Maybe next week you can wear that shirt anyway.
Yeah, maybe I need to go into Teespring and buy myself a shirt.
Man, maybe we should go on a ordering spring on Teespring and buy a whole bunch of shirts for the whole gang.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. Which brings me to the next sponsor that we got, wrestling fans. Mayono just sent us a Bluetooth microphone that we're super excited to be trying out. I'm figuring it out. I've been talking with the people in the customer service. They're really helpful over there. They got their own website. They got their own Twitter account. So be sure to go to Mayono and check out all their audio recording equipment. Super, super cool. So moving right into this, we want to talk about this weekend's wrestling match is. Yeah. We got two matches this weekend, Kate, both featuring you.
Yes.
You want to go ahead and tell the wrestling fans who we're going to see fighting on Saturday?
Saturday is going to be me versus Baby in her first YouTube in-ring match, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
We've seen Baby fight you in the house.
Yep. We've done a lot of practicing. I'm really excited to put out what me and her have learned in the ring. So I think you all are going to really, really enjoy it. We've been working probably for a month to be able to do this. So I'm really, really excited about that. So yeah, me versus Baby Saturday. Keep your eyes open for it because y'all are going to enjoy it.
Now, isn't there some type of stipulation for this match on Saturday?
Oh yeah, it's a submission only match.
Oh, so pinfalls don't count?
Pinfalls don't count.
No disqualifications?
No disqualifications.
Just submissions only, huh?
Yes. So we're really going to be working each other with the submissions in this one. So
be sure to tune in this Saturday at noon on the wrestling show right here on YouTube to watch Kate versus Baby in a submissions only match. But that's not the only match we got because it's WrestleMania weekend, right?
We need a lot of wrestling on WrestleMania weekend. So Sunday is going to be me versus Aiden.
You're finally going to fight Aiden?
I'm finally going to fight Aiden for the Internet Championship. Yeah, I feel like he asked me very nicely, and I was like, all right. Since you're so nice and ass, I will whoop your ass real quick on Sunday and retain the title. No big deal.
And we also let the fans poll on that one because we wanted to know what kind of stipulation you guys wanted to see. So thanks to all the great fans out there that voted. Falls count anywhere will be the stipulation for Sunday's match. So we got 2 days filled with great wrestling matches because what is this weekend? You smell that, Kate?
WrestleMania weekend.
I smell it. WrestleMania is in the air. All the best wrestlers from the galaxy, except us, are going to be there. I believe it's in New York, or is it Dallas? Maybe it's in Dallas. It's in Dallas this year. It's down in Texas because this is the only WrestleMania that could have brought the rattlesnake out of retirement because Stone Cold Steve Austin is going to be raising hell, drinking beers, and yelling, what? Into the microphone in front of a whole bunch of screaming Texans this Saturday or Sunday. So we're really excited about that, which is going to bring us to the next segment here on the Outliers Clubhouse, where we're going to give our WrestleMania predictions, right? Now, we went through before I went on air here and checked out all the matches that were coming on WrestleMania. I understand why they got to do it on 2 days because there's so many matches on this card.
And half of them shouldn't even be matches. So me personally, I don't understand why they're going to do a weekend of wrestling when you don't even want to talk about half the matches because they're going to be so bad.
Ooh, tough words from a tough critic, the champ. Kate, the Empire
Jones. That's how I'm feeling. It
should
have been one night, and they're just like corrupting us with more bad storylines and bad wrestling for a long period of time.
Ooh. You got a good point. All the wrestling fans are going to be sitting here through 2 days worth of a lot of matches. So let's just divulge right in here. And I'm going to go with the first one on the list, Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair, the match that we personally got robbed out of in Las Vegas this past summer at SummerSlam.
Yes, we did.
So I'm looking forward to that match. What about you?
I think it's gonna be good.
Who's your prediction, Becky or Bianca?
I mean, it depends. It depends. I feel like if it's a regular match, I think Becky is gonna win.
Mm-hmm.
I say that, and then I start thinking, I think Bianca's gonna win regardless.
You think Bianca's going to win regardless? We
I
were
do.
talking about
I
them
do.
upping the ante and making this a hair versus hair match.
Which would be cool.
Which then, yeah, Bianca.
And then Bianca's gonna win. I
wins.
mean, and Becky, I'm sure, like, okay, getting her hair shaved, but I highly doubt Bianca Belair is gonna shave her head.
And yeah, and as a wrestling fan, I can't think of any storyline aside from Brutus the Barber Beefcake where a guy cut somebody else's hair or a girl cut somebody's hair that didn't result in a hair versus hair match. So we'll see how that goes. I'm also going to say Bianca wins that. Next match is The Miz and Logan Paul versus the Mysterios.
So Logan Paul, like the guy from YouTube?
Apparently. The
Okay.
Miz traded in John Morrison. Nice rhyme there. For Logan Paul.
You know who Logan Paul is? Those are the guys that have been putting on those boxing matches.
I heard that he had an exhibition match with Floyd Mayweather and like got knocked out, and then they still called him the winner. I think that was what I heard.
He did get punched right in the face.
So
and then he came back and
he was supposed to obviously win. He's a scripted fighter, so we understand why he's coming to fight with other scripted wrestlers.
Now that I know who that is, like that might be entertaining to watch, like somebody new coming in and trying to wrestle. I don't know how good the match is going to be, but I'll be interested to see it, I guess. And I like The Miz, so
I'm gonna go for the Mysterios. Just as a lifelong Rey Mysterio fan, I gotta go Booyaka Booyaka 619. So we're split on that one. Right.
Yeah. Well, I kind of said who I wanted to
want to
win.
Yeah.
I don't know as far as because I would like Becky Lynch to win over Bianca Belair, but I think Bianca Belair is gonna win.
So this is the prediction show, not like the Make-A-Wish show. So I guess that makes sense. So
I see The Miz and Logan Paul losing, obviously.
Okay.
I just think it would be an interesting match to watch, but no, I don't think they're gonna win.
All right.
So
Cool. Guys that are sending the questions in, keep on sending them through. We're going to go through and answer questions after this. I got a couple of them that I got from YouTube already, but if you're sending questions here on the live chat, trust me, we will go through and read them and answer every single one of your questions. All right, on to the next match. Seth versus, and I guess this is a double predictor, who? Who do you think Seth's going to fight? Because they haven't said it. All we know is McMahon said he's got his match at WrestleMania. So who do you think is going to be the surprise opponent for Seth Rollins?
Cody Rhodes.
Oh. Cody, not Stardust?
Or
a version of Cody?
I would like to see Cody come out as Stardust. However, I think he's going to come out as Cody.
Nice. Good prediction. I personally am going to predict Dean Ambrose. I just got an odd feeling that a bunch of guys from AEW are like holy shitting and slamming on the brakes and coming the other way. I don't know. I think Dean Ambrose will find himself back at home in WWE before it's all said.
It was going to
and
be
done.
Cody before Dean Ambrose.
I mean, AEW allows their guys to just go take one-off matches whenever they want, and Dean Ambrose is the number one guy that cashes in on that. So we'll see what kind of Vince McMahon shenanigans we got up their sleeves. Who do you think Seth wins no matter what? Because that's my prediction.
Not if it's Cody.
Okay.
If they're bringing in Cody, I think they're going to bring him in and push him. They really ain't been doing shit with Seth anyways. I don't see them. So if my prediction is correct and he comes out and Cody Rhodes is going to come out there and they're going to put on a match and Cody's going to win.
Okay. Yeah. So I guess I'm actually going to agree with you on that. It does make sense. It seems like a huge way to just get Seth to job to somebody. I believe Seth is going to be the new Dolph. So welcome to jobbing at Mania for the next 20 years.
The thing about Seth that's different than Dolph is Dolph jobs, but it doesn't always make a good match. Seth Rollins, even if he is losing, he puts on a hell of a match every single time he puts on a match. I mean, he's just, I like Seth Rollins. He's a great wrestler. He's probably one of the best wrestlers that they have on the roster, if not the best wrestler they have on the roster.
True. And to that point, let's go to the other side of the roster for our next match, which Happy Corbin goes one-on-one against Drew McIntyre.
There's nothing about that match I want to see.
Skip. The next match, Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey. Kate, This is a female match. I'm going to let you go ahead and go first. I know you feel strongly about both of these characters.
Yeah, I love Charlotte.
You've parodied both of them.
I dislike Ronda. Man.
It's tough. I know it is.
And I know they're going to want to push Ronda, and Charlotte's been in the business a while. I give it to Charlotte.
Ronda's only had like 38 wrestling matches in her career. It sounds like a perfect opportunity for her to win one right here. So I'm going to say they're going to let Ronda win, or else she probably wouldn't even have come back. So we might be split on that.
Yeah, because she don't like to lose. She usually quits when she loses. Exactly. That's how she does things. Exactly. So you're probably right. I have a hard time saying Ronda. She leaves a bad taste in my mouth for some reason.
Yeah, I feel you. The next match, one of the multiple tag matches, which I didn't even write down most of the tag matches. This one is the Usos versus Shinsuke Nakamura and his guitar player. Obviously, the Usos are going to win. I don't think anybody.
Win.
The other guys don't even have a team name.
It's not going to be a good match, though.
No. Edge versus AJ Styles, which in my opinion might be the show-stopping match of the whole situation.
Could be.
Who are you going with in that one?
Edge.
Oh, man. Because Edge has been having all these late career restart matches where, like, you can't really predict who's going to win because it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense.
They've been jobbing AJ.
Yeah, they have. Did AJ end up signing another contract? He did? Yeah. All right, fuck it then. I'm going to go with AJ on that one just based on the fact they signed him another contract. So that's pretty good. Next one, Pat McAfee, who I would just like to say is great. He's fucking funny as hell. If you haven't watched that Vince McMahon interview with Pat McAfee, watch it. His show is super good. I actually
He's a good commentator, I would say. I don't know how much I want to see him in the ring, but
good point. Good point.
But
he's got a lot of hype. I think this match is going to be quick. It's going to be poppy, you know what I mean?
If it's cool funny, in it. I can get with it because he is funny. So we'll see.
I believe we're going to see a Vince McMahon sighting. I know a lot of people were saying.
Man, is Johnny Knoxville supposed to be there with Sami Zayn?
That's the next match on the list. Way to jump ahead, but since we already know who we're going for in that last match, we both.
Wrestling is so bad that they have to bring in celebrities to do the wrestling jobs now because the wrestlers are so unentertaining.
They used to just bring celebrities in to like announce.
Right.
Now they got one.
So fuck it. Can you wrestle?
Multiple. Yeah.
Can you be a little more
Can you go in there and take a bump? We know Knoxville's gone through the ceiling before. Maybe he can go off the top rope.
You know, as much as that match might be bad, it's gonna be entertaining, I would think. You know, Johnny Knoxville's funny anytime he's in front of the camera. So
I just want to hear down, 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 down. You know, and have them all come out in the fucking shopping cart.
Man, I want to see that. I want to see Jackass Forever. I'm just thinking about that. Man,
JV said there's a scene where Johnny Knoxville plays an old man, and he goes into like a workout place and gets shot through the ceiling of this place and falls back down. And the guy at the store has to explain to his daughter, her granddaughter, and her grandpa just went flying through the ceiling. So I
wonder if we can find a place to stream it. I would love to watch that tonight.
Okay.
If we find a streaming place.
I'm down. We'll figure out a way to watch that movie. All right, on to the next match. Well, I guess who do we say about Pat McAfee and Austin Theory?
Austin Theory
is going to win? Okay, I got you on that. Sami Zayn versus Knoxville. We're all going to win.
So it's Sami Zayn versus Knoxville? Why are they been working out together?
That's a good question.
Every single day.
I know. I've seen it. I have seen it. They've been working. They were walking out, not being mad at each other multiple times.
I thought they were going to be a tag team.
No, they're just like breaking kayfabe like we do. It's a really good idea.
Because I seen a video on Johnny Knoxville's Instagram and fucking Sami Zayn's, and they're both like in a garage, and he's fucking doing some chest workouts, and fucking Johnny Knoxville's like, yeah, you know. So it made it seem like they were fucking.
They're friends. It's a cool storyline in wrestling. I like it. I've liked it.
Obviously, Sami Zayn is gonna win.
Sammy's losing. I say Knoxville's going to be cheering at the end. They're going to have him up on the shoulders of Preston Lacey. Trust me, they're probably going to give a wedgie to Sami Zayn and throw him out of the ring.
It's going to be funny.
It's going to be hilarious. The next match, which could also be pretty funny, because we got RK Bro versus the Street Profits. And I'm going to predict an RK Bro split up, and the Street Profits win. What do you say?
Our RK Bro, are they still the tag team champions?
I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that RK Bro is still.
Street Profits aren't very good in my opinion. So I'm gonna say IK Bro retains. But if they do split up, I hope they give Matt Riddle, a shot at the championship belt and maybe a run with it. He's a really good wrestler. Like, Seth Rollins is one of the better wrestlers, and so is Matt Riddle, for sure. Like,
they need to send Matt Riddle on his way now. He got to team up with his veteran.
He's so good.
Let him go do his thing.
I like his whole gimmick too. Like, I like his whole vibe.
Bro, it's so funny.
It's really funny to me. I do find him and Randy Orton together because Randy seems like such a stick in the mud, right? And he's so out there. So I think their play off of one another I like it. So.
Me too. All right, moving on to the last two matches that I got here. And based on being a wrestling spectator from sidelines for the last year, I would say this last season of wrestling has culminated in two wrestlers who are supposed to have, the biggest, best WrestleMania matches, moments, because the season has provoked that. Those two wrestlers being Roman Reigns and Bobby Lashley. Roman Reigns gets to fight against Brock Lesnar, which we'll get to in a second. But the other character who WWE has molded this past season to be their big, feared, revered champion, nobody can beat him, unstoppable guy, is literally about to go in and pull a job to a guy who's probably had one singles match in his whole career. Almost. I don't even know if you knew about that being a match on the card. I literally found out about it yesterday.
I did almost.
And Bobby. They've been building Bobby. My son Abel, his favorite wrestler is Bobby Lashley. So that's probably why I have a little bit of animosity towards this booking with Bobby, because the kids like him. The kids love Bobby Lashley. He's a strong powerhouse. I don't get the booking him against the guy that can't wrestle, even though they've done it to him already. They had him fight against Goldberg. They've really done some bad stuff to Bobby Lashley.
Bobby Lashley, to me, he's like an all right wrestler. I could see how he could be appealing to kids. To me, he's just, blah.
He's the other Roman, though. He's their other Roman, their other really big, strong guy. So I guess I think
they're going to bury Bobby now.
I know.
They gave him his last run, and I feel like they let him lose the belt in just like one of the worst ways ever, right? Was it some sort of like gauntlet match?
An elimination chamber, maybe?
Yeah, something weird, and he got injured like through the glass.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, you're right. I really forgot. They did do Bobby pretty bad. So Bobby may still be injured. Maybe that's why. And if Bobby Lash is injured, then I guess, I take back all the heat that I was giving the McMahons for booking Bobby Lashley in this manner. But I am going to predict that Almost wins. I don't see Bobby Lashley coming out of this with a victory.
I don't either. I think his reign is
done. Yeah. All right, so for the main event, this is actually a pretty big deal. This is going to be the Unify the Titles match, which on the Outliers Clubhouse, everybody who's been part of this show, in my opinion, since nobody's disagreed, has been cheering for Unify the Titles.
Yeah.
So I really believe that all of us Outliers are excited the most to see what's going to happen when they unify these championship belts. Now, will they let the one guy who's the champion bounce from show to show and just be kind of like I'm the best wrestler there is? If anybody decides to step up, maybe I'll dust off my boots if he wins the number one contenders match. Like, that's what I want to know about this match. So, in my opinion, and I'll give you the floor afterward. You talk as long as you want about this. But in my opinion, I think that it's going to be Roman Reigns who is going to win and knock Brock Lesnar back to Saskatchewan. And Roman, we will see him every Monday and every Friday coming out with the belt and Paul Heyman and the Usos. And there will be people that are trying to see who's going to fight him, but they're probably going to have to fight through the Usos first to even get a shot at the champ. That's what I would say is going to happen. And I think Roman is going to have to cheat to beat Brock. And then we'll wait till like SummerSlam or next year's Mania when Brock comes out and fights him again. That's my prediction. Caitlin.
Man, I disagree.
And Brock's your favorite wrestler, so that's why I'm ready to hear what you got to say about this.
So, I mean, Roman's definitely the heel. He has had the belt longer than anybody, right?
Correct. I'm just going to go ahead and take this.
Yeah, there you go. He's already had it as longer than anybody else. So who would they find to beat him? The only person that it could be would be Brock. And I think that they would want Brock to be the one that gets the title in the unification match because it's Brock Lesnar, and they've been building him to be the face of this match. And I've been seeing a lot of people talking about how likable Brock's becoming and how the fans are really enjoying the face Brock and really hating on the heel Roman. And they might, eventually like give him the belt back, like even if it's next month Roman. But I think Brock's coming away with a win here.
As the first ever unified champion.
Yes.
Fuck.
They're going to give it to Brock.
That is a good prediction.
They're going to give it to Brock.
It
really
sounds so much better.
It does. Well, I mean, like I said, so Roman has to lose it eventually, right?
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, how long?
San Martino, like I was saying earlier, had that belt for 5 effing years. A long time ago.
WWE?
Yeah, WWF. This was like an organization that is still kind of the WWE now. But back in the day, they had a champion who actually had a 5-year reign because he was like the biggest and strongest guy. So if they ever wanted to try to touch that again.
I don't think they do. I don't think they want to do a 5-year reign. How long has Roman had it?
It's a good question, honestly.
Yeah. I don't think they want to do that. I don't think that's what people want to see. I think that, if they could do it.
How long has Roman Reigns been the champion?
WWE is going to get very boring very fast. And it already is boring. It already is hard to watch for me. Like, I couldn't watch a Raw. I have a hard time being entertained by Roman ever.
No, it's not going to come up as I keep on talking. Has Roman Reigns been the champion? She's got a whole bunch of different belts, so it's not going to even tell me his current title reign. Maybe somebody else can figure it out. He's already been a 5-time champion, so here we go. I think it's a little over 500 days.
Right. Okay.
So it's definitely going on 2 years.
Yeah. And I think that's about, WWE made the point with Roman, and you can keep going back and forth here with Roman and Brock if you want, but like, I don't believe Roman should win no, I don't.
You don't think Brock Lesnar's ready to retire? I guess to ask just a personal question.
No.
No?
I think Brock's going to do what they pay him to do.
All right. I feel you on that.
I mean, and I could be completely wrong, and Roman's going to win, and life will just go back to the way it was and be boring on wrestling. But I think it would be more entertaining if Brock won.
Me too.
And Brock's a better wrestler. I mean, not to hate on Roman, I just think he's lacking a lot in wrestling skills. I mean, really bad. He's not as good as Seth Rollins in wrestling. He's not as good as Matt Riddle in wrestling. He's not as good as Randy Orton. So, I mean, I understand why he has to have the Usos or whatever, but like his matches aren't good.
Yeah, you're right. 577 days.
Yeah.
Is what Trent Bird is saying. And I believe it. And this is the 5th time he's had the title.
Yeah.
So altogether, he's probably had the belt for like 5 years.
And they've really been pushing Roman, and that's fine. And he's gotten a little better. But to act like he's some amazing wrestler.
Which is not. Mid-card at best.
He's not. He looks the part. He don't wrestle the part.
Correct. Now, with that being said, thank you guys so much for helping us, come up with the days that Roman's been champion for, and also listening to our WrestleMania predictions. If you want to leave your WrestleMania predictions in the comments section below, go right ahead. We'll definitely read through all those on WrestleMania during our podcast, talk about what you guys think. And now we're going to move on to our questions section. And we got a lot of questions coming in today, so I'm going to get to those after I address the ones that I've had sent to us earlier this week. Jamal, I'm answering one of your questions, bro. I see you're already in here in the live chat. What's up, brother? This is a good question. Jamal White on YouTube. Will we buy WWE 2K22? Good question. Like, when's the last video game you remember playing? Do you remember the last one you've played?
I mean, besides like the ones we bought for the children. I played that SpongeBob game.
Okay, SpongeBob. So like on the Nintendo Switch, right?
Yeah.
Like that's the video game system that we're actually using. I'm not sure if anybody could answer this question. If WWE is putting their game out on the Switch, that's the system we currently own.
Didn't Aiden say he played that?
Aiden said he played a free download of it on the PS4, which Aiden's got a PS4. He said, you guys can't get that new WWE game because there's not enough storage space on my PlayStation. So I'm like, damn it. Well, so if we can get it on the Switch, I'd be down to play it. If not, I'm not sure when we're going to get it, but I like the WWE games. I know Kate and I are featured like characters you can download, so that's always cool.
Yeah.
I like to watch me come out to the ring and see the tattoos the guys put on me.
I do remember playing the one wrestling game where we always played Royal Rumbles.
Oh, WCW versus NWO Revenge on the 64.
No, we played that, but we played the other one, at Linden House with all the boys.
Oh, yeah, WWE 2K18.
Okay.
We played 2K18.
I like to play the Rumbles on that one. That was fun.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, don't have the best eyesight though. So like when I told you to like press triangle or press circle, I'm like, I can't see this.
Well, yeah, on the screen, she can't see what the button mash.
I don't have the best eyesight, so I'm not the best at that game.
So we possibly will play the game and get the game, and we'll definitely stream it for you guys. If we do, we'll film ourselves wrestling as each other. That'll be funny. Next question, also on YouTube, comes from a guy named Gole, and he wants to know, is the wrestling that we do real? And for example, do you guys get hurt? So I'm going to field the question first, and you can field it yourself since we're both individual wrestlers here of a different caliber, I guess. And I would say that, yes, the wrestling is real. You know, I mean, if it was fake, that would be like animation, you know, or claymation or toys. We're actually real people that are really wrestling with one another. You know, if I grab Kate's head and move it, it's real. There is nothing fake about that. Do we get injured and hurt? Yes, we do. Our bodies have been trained to take a lot of these bumps and falls and scratches and bruises, so we don't actually display a lot of our injuries. Bruce Springsteen's got a great song called The Wrestler. If you ever want to listen to that, it'll kind of give you insight onto how the wrestler actually feels on the inside. But the moves do hurt. Most recently, I hurt my leg. You know, in the Rumble, the Screw City Rumble we did back in January, I took a flip over the top rope and cracked my leg on the side of the ring where it's metal at, you know, no padding, and that hurt, you know, up until like 2 weeks ago. I was having a hard time walking. So, I mean, the injuries are real, but you heal. That's the thing about us was that wrestlers, we're resilient. We keep on coming back for more. So that's my answer to the question. Kate, do you want to give your own personalized answer?
Sure. I mean, it's definitely real. Like as far as when we do moves and get hurt, I mean, a lot of moves just hurt in general. You know, taking a back bump hurts, taking an ass bump, that hurts, taking an F5, that hurts, taking an implant buster, like those things, like really suplex, vertical suplexes, all those things, especially if you're not doing it in a ring and somewhere else, like a boxing ring. Yeah, that really hurts. So that's definitely real. As far as injuries are concerned, like, you know, those do happen too. They're more few, like the better we get at wrestling, they're more few and far between. The more we learn, the more we figure out, the less injuries happen. And like the more bumps you take, the more you get used to taking them. The pain becomes like less. So.
All right. Yep. Good answer there. Somebody wants to know, we're going to start taking the fan questions now. Gage wants to know, do the belly punch challenges hurt? Since you're the ones that take those, let them know how you feel about the belly punches.
Yeah. Especially when there was one belly punch video that we did. He was punching me in the stomach. And then at one point he grabs like this wiffle ball bat. And just, whoom. And I mean, smacking the shit out of my stomach. And if you look afterwards, you can see all the red marks. He also did the same thing, I think, in the basement when we did the basement match and we had barbed wire. And we had just gotten like this like rubber bat. And he comes and he just whacks me with it. I was like, oh shit, even though it's a fake bat, like that hurt. That really did hurt a lot. So yeah. Usually when weapons get involved, things start becoming more painful.
Kate gains her 6-pack the hard way. All right, we got a question here from Michael Carr. What's up, bro? From across the pond, one of our great old friends.
Hey, Michael.
He wants to know our thoughts on Triple H's retiring and our favorite Triple H match. Ooh. Good question. You know, I feel compassion for Triple H. Obviously, you know, I feel sorry for the guy. It sucks that he almost died.
Yeah.
It's really bad to hear that his family has had a history of heart failure. So, like, that makes me feel really weird about the situation. And as far as Triple H's retirement's concerned, like, I think everybody kind of knew Triple H was retired.
Yeah.
That wasn't really a shock. He took over a new position within the company and started working behind the scenes. So as far as him not having any more in-ring matches, I guess that's where I'm going to say I feel a little bit of like fuck, we're never going to get to see any more pedigrees or any more sledgehammers or, you know, no more Triple H matches. But it's not the end of the world. I know that Triple H offers a lot more to the wrestling community than just his in-ring skills.
Yeah.
With that being said, my favorite Triple H match, I'm going to have to go with Triple H versus Shawn Michaels, SummerSlam 2002, I believe. Shawn comes out of retirement and, you know, he has a match with one of his best friends after not wrestling for 4 years, and nobody else in the world could have put Shawn over the way that Triple H did. That's what I would say about Triple H. He always put over the other guys. He was always the guy wrestling with the guy that made the money, made the booking. Triple H was the guy in there doing the work, cutting his face, taking the chair shots, doing all the leg holds, that the other guys, so they don't have to do them. So I really appreciate Triple H for what it was he brought to the wrestling show. And, I'm glad that he's still around, and I'm glad that he's going to have a lot more things to have coming. You got anything you want to add to the Triple H saga?
Oh, I think you covered it.
Favorite match?
Oh, I don't know. I was thinking, and I mean, I love his move as far as the pedigree is concerned. I honestly really can't think of any Triple H matches that I really like.
Yeah, that's true. The last Triple H match that we watched was Triple H versus Scott Steiner when he wasn't selling those punches. Remember that? Like, that was a pretty funny match to watch.
That was a funny match, actually.
We won't talk much about that, but
yeah, I mean, I like Triple H's characters a lot. I like his entrances, and I like DX.
Yeah, DX was great. Michael Carr has another question. He wants to know if you've seen Bret Hart versus Stone Cold in their submission match at WrestleMania 13, 1997.
I don't know.
Ken Shamrock is the ref. Austin's face gets busted open. He bleeds really bad.
Yeah. At the end, bleeding.
Yeah.
Is he a sharpshooter?
Yeah.
That's a great match.
Great match. Really, really good match. All right. He wants to know, have we seen the two classic horror films, Psycho from 1960? We've definitely seen the original Psycho. I believe there's an interesting story about me and Kate, right? Like, we had a date one night in the barn.
In your mom's barn?
In my mom's barn, where I had the projector up and a big-ass sheet, right? Like, on the barn door, and we watched Psycho.
Yeah.
Right? Isn't that one of, like, our first reconciliation dates?
Yeah, I guess that we hadn't seen each other in
a while.
Years.
And then we got back together one night for a movie night.
Yeah, me and Matthew's dating history has been very on and off, on and off. We dated when I was 18 and then didn't date, and then tried to date again at 21 and then didn't. And I tried to talk again 2 years later and then didn't. And then finally that night when we watched that is when we actually started okay, we'll give it a real go this time, instead of pretending like we thought about it but never did it.
That's right. That was a good night. You gave me a kiss that night.
Yeah.
Everyone now? Oh, thank you. I knew then and there. You stole my heart. I felt the butterflies. That was it for me. All right. Let's see what else we got here for questions. Who would Kate like to wrestle against in a dream match? Anyone from WWE, AEW, or Impact? Do you have any dream matches?
Like who I could wrestle as a dream? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've got plenty of them. Rhea Ripley might be at my top of my list right now. I would love to have a match with her.
That would be good.
Or Sasha Banks.
Ooh,
or
cool
who did I say? Fucking Daniel Bryan, but he would whoop my fucking ass in 5 seconds. So
he'd be tapping out.
I'm not in the same caliber level as him.
Yeah.
But no, Rhea Ripley would probably be. I mean, she's amazing. She's absolutely amazing. I'd let her whip my ass. I'd lose to her. It'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that would be good. I bet she knows a lot of shit. Didn't was she the one that taught us the move?
That was Shayna Baszler.
Shayna Baszler. Okay, yeah. In this match that's coming up on Saturday with Kate versus Baby, be sure to check out this brand new submission hold that Kate's going to unleash that she actually learned from Shayna Baszler right here on her YouTube. One of the YouTube channels that Shayna Baszler's featured on.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool. It's a version of a choke. I'm not going to say what it is. I don't want to give it away, but it's chokehold. Jamal wants to know if the 24/7 championship will be defended at WrestleMania. That's a good question. I don't even know who. The last time I seen Mick Foley won the 24/7 championship off some guy at an airport in a sleeper hold.
Oh,
I swear. That was when I seen it. I don't know if it was a real belt or it was a sanctioned match. I don't know what happened, but it happened. So if Foley's there with a 24/7 title, that'll make WrestleMania way more exciting. We got people thinking that Roman's going to win. I agree with that. I guess that's not a bad thing to say. SpongeBob versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. That'd be pretty funny. We got someone from Brazil. What's going on, man? Thanks for watching the show. They like the struggles very much. Somebody asks to use the suffocation technique in a fight, so like choking people out. Be sure to tune into this Sunday's wrestling match. You're going to really enjoy it if that's what you're in for. Why do you not read the comments? Amir13 wants to ask. And actually, Amir, your comment was actually blocked by YouTube. I just had to let it go because apparently one of the words you said, I'm not going to repeat it again, but you know what it was, might not be one that all people on YouTube are comfortable with. So that's why. If you say something that YouTube's going to think is against their guidelines, they will block it from me even viewing it.
Yeah.
So it's not that I'm not reading it, bro. It's that sometimes I get shadow banned on the interweb.
Comments, yeah.
Mm-hmm. How many events on your wrestling show? Somebody asks. So that's a good question. So far, we've only been involved in 2 actual wrestling events.
Yeah.
One was a indie show in 2020. Was it 2020?
I think it was the year before.
It was 2020 because then exactly 1 year later.
Oh, you're right.
1 year later, we did our
right.
second
You're right.
show.
On the same exact day, right?
On the same day. On the same exact day. Yeah. We didn't plan that. That's how it worked. So we've done 2 live wrestling shows. Otherwise, to answer your question, the wrestling show is filmed in like a closed studio audience. Not to sound like Nickelodeon or anything, but that's how we do our show, and we piece it all together from a filmmaker's perspective.
Yeah, try to use more theatrics, and sometimes it's a stop and start situation, so we're not wrestling, the whole match all the way through.
Yes, that's why it's called the wrestling show,
Yeah.
not the wrestling event. And then we got Nestor, who says he wants to see Kate Jones versus Matt Jones championship match.
Ooh.
I'm just going to go ahead and write that down.
You might see that.
Because I couldn't help but notice that she's defending one of her titles against Aiden again. Like, you already defended the title against Aiden. Why does he get another title match?
Because Aiden asked me very nicely.
So if I asked you nicely to get a title match, would it go? Actually, I'm not even going to go there. I'm not going to go there.
If I was you.
No, I don't want to start no debate here on the Outliers Clubhouse. We're having a good day today. We'll talk about this later. Guys, if you want to tune in next week, make sure you put some questions in the comment section below. Email me, DM me, hit Kate up on Instagram, actually. Go to Instagram right now. Download the app on your phone. Go to the little search bar, type in Kate Jones _TWS, and make sure to follow this lovely lady. Yep. Watch her stories every day for more exciting ways to check out what Kate's doing behind the scenes, as well as in front of the cameras.
Yeah, because I got all social media, and if you type in Kate Jones or Kate Jones 1121 on any social media site, you'll probably find me, other than Twitter, which you could find me at Crazy Casey.
That's right.
My alter ego.
Your alter ego. Nice. All right, wrestling fans, be sure to stay tuned for this weekend. We got WrestleMania coming up, and we got a double feature of matches right here on the Wrestling Show. Thanks for watching the Outliers Clubhouse. I'm the Jedi Matt Jones, along with the beautiful Kate, the Empire Jones, Galactic/Internet Champion.
2 belts.
But maybe not for long.
So I was trying to take my belts, but everybody knows who the better wrestler is.
If you take your belts off, then what happens to your pants?
Oh my God.